Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the WEC Replica Championship on GT Sport. This is round 3 from Fuji, and we're getting ready for a start here. We've got Callum on pole in the LMP1 class in Division 1. Let's just have a look at the grid now. So we've got Callum on pole in the LMP1 from TY, Neil, and then we've got Bidzster in 4th place with an injured hand. Then we've got Task 1 in 5th, and then we've got Jamo in 6th. Seat 1 on pole for the GTE class. Well done to him. Techno 2nd, Rodders in 3rd, and then Firepower in the 2nd Jorex, Aston Martin, and Stacker brings up the rear. Obviously tyre choices quite varied in this one, a mixture of softs, hards, mediums, you name it, everyone's going for it. So let's see how this race gets on here at Fuji. As we get ready for the lights to come on, watch the lights on the Panasonic bridge. Here we go, lights are coming on, we're getting ready for a start. And green, and we're off. Good start by everyone there. Bit of wheel spin for a few people, but looks like we're all off nicely. As we go down to the first corner, we've got the LP1 storming down to the first corner. TY takes the lead, but goes wide. TY, an uncharacteristic error, goes wide at the first corner. Callum runs away with it. TY's all the way back down, probably to last in his class at the next corner. As we look, Bidzster challenging Callum here. Neil in 3rd. Then Task, there's the GT boys. Rodders in the lead from Firepower, who's challenging Task 1 and forcing him out. Techno goes backwards as well, so the Aston Martin's a fantastic start as the LMP1 boys come into the out of 160R down towards Dunlop. Let's have a look at the front then. So it's Callum in the lead from Bidzster. From Neil Farmack in the Toyota, Jamo in the Porsche, then it's Task 1 in the Audi, and then TY in the in the second art car. Then Rodders with a really big lead here in GTE, then Firepower, then Techno challenging seat 1. I think that was a little tap, but I don't think it's going to be anything too much to worry about. As we look at Bidzster then, trying to stay with Callum here, trying to challenge Callum here, and Jamo and Task 1 very close together as well. As we go up towards the last corner, this infamous last corner at Fuji, really long radius as Neil Farmack goes out the corner, followed by Jamo and Task 1. So the LMP1's completing the lap already. There's Callum, Bidzster, Neil, Jamo, Task 1, TY, as quick as that. Then GTE, we've got Rodders in the Aston Martin, pulling away in the Jorex Aston Martin from Firepower, who is under pressure from seat 1. A very clean opening lap here, nice and good to see from everyone. Seat 1 goes through in 9th place, trying to challenge the Porsche. The Porsche is in GT, not as quick in a straight line as the Aston Martin by any means, but hopefully in the cornering section they will be able to close up as Jamo closes up to Neil slightly, but still can't quite get close enough to start thinking about a move yet. As Callum goes through there, followed by Bidzster. Let's have a look at the tyres that they're on. So Callum and Bidzster both on the soft tyre, but Bidzster's used his tyres a lot more. And I should note as well, Bidzster is racing this week with an injured hand, so he's basically racing one-handed on the wheel. So let's hope he can do well enough to score some decent points. There's Neil Farmack there, under pressure from Jamo. So Jamo really pressuring Neil here in the Toyota, who has a little slide into the next corner. Again, there's going to be a weird one for pit stops as well, because we'll have to see what strategies people come up with. Because a lot of people going for a mixture of strategies here as the pit stops are in between lap 12 and lap 16, so that's one to watch out for as well. As we go back to GTE, Firepower and Seats still having a nice battle here. Seat 1's left Techno and is challenging Firepower for 2nd place in class. From the complex, Seat 1 gets a good run, but can't quite get close enough to make a move yet. Go out of that corner then and down the straight. This is where the Aston Martin should pull away, even with the draft. The Porsche will not be able to pass, I don't think. It might be able to close up, but it will not pass because that Aston Martin is so quick in a straight line. Let's go on board with Firepower here. Look, even in the draft the Porsche cannot keep with us. It's just pulling away too quick. To go down to the next corner then, into the hairpin at the first corner, as Firepower gets a bit of a twitch on there. Seat 1 tries to go around the outside. Is he on the inside enough for the next corner? He's not. He's going to have to tuck in behind, and not close enough yet. Meanwhile, further back we've got Techno in 10th. Stacker still trying to keep up with the pack in 11th. Firepower and Seat 1, the battle to watch at the minute. The LMP ones are still a bit spread at the minute as we look into the end of 160R to Coca-Cola curve, and then around, Coca-Cola curves earlier on in the lap, I do apologise, down towards Dunlop then. So with the big Dunlop sign there, Rodders is still a good lead in GTE. Let's have a look up here then. So Jamo's gone backwards here. Jamo's gone backwards. He's even got passed by Task 1, so Jamo's gone backwards. We'll get a quick replay on that. Okay, here's a replay. What happened to Jamo then on lap 3? So here we go up towards the complex, braking for this top corner. He just outbrakes himself, goes wide onto the grass, and then he knows that Task 1 and TY around here somewhere. So he goes Task 1, and here comes TY. He's just being careful for when they rejoin, and then rejoins in 6th place. And as you come back from that, TY is into the pit, so clearly the hard tyres are not the tyres to go for, because he was on the hard tyres, so he's pitted very early here. That must be to switch tyres because he's not got the pace. Let's see what tyres everyone else is on in this class then. So we've got Callum, softs, Bidzster, softs, Neil, mediums, Task 1 mediums, Jamo, softs. So yeah, clearly TY thinking that the hard tyres are not the tyres to go for. Just a quick top of the fuel, and he's off on the... why is he on hard tyres? Oh no, he's on soft tyres. It just took a while to change over. So TY then adapts to the soft tyres, and that's not going to help his race, but we'll see what he can do from here. As we look, and we're still a bit more spread out in LMP1. So let's go back to the Firepower Seat battle. And Seat goes up the inside of Firepower into turn 1, gets the move done. Had the draft down the straight, tried to keep close, and then on the brakes got the move done. So Seat 1 into 2nd place then. He's going to try and start chasing after Rodders, but not if Firepower can do anything about it. He's going to try and stick with him if he can, as he goes a bit wide over the curb there, but gets away with it. There's Techno, still struggling in that Porsche, not really settled to that car. He's on the hard tyres as well, so going for clearly not wanting to go for the softer compounds as like everyone else has done, soft or mediums. He's gone for the hard compounds. See at the bottom of your screen, the hard compound tyre, and then Stacker is on the mediums. So clearly Techno knows something we don't, as Firepower tries to rallycross his way past Seat 1. That's not the way to do it, but never knew Aston Martin did a rally car, but yep, Firepower making it possible. As we go up and over to the last complex section. This is where the Porsche should be quite good anyway, so Firepower will struggle to keep with the Porsche through here. When it comes to the straight, he might just be able to do it before the first corner. We'll have to see how brave he is on the brakes. There he is in the Durex Aston Martin. Then the Porsche Marlboro team, 2nd in class to Rodders, who's in the lead in the 2nd Durex Aston Martin. He's in the lead. So we are, Seat 1 versus Firepower on the straight. The Aston Martin will have the speed compared to the Porsche. He moves out already in the draft. That's how much power the Aston Martin's got on the straight compared to the Porsche, and he just breezes past like he's asleep. But will Seat 1 challenge him back into the corner? Will he go and dive on the brakes? No, he won't. Firepower takes the position back into 2nd in class. Meanwhile, got a car in the pits. That's Stacker. He's coming to the pits. Clearly had enough of those medium tyres. So Stacker into the pits then. There's Techno, and let's have a look at the leader then. Callum, 126s. Now very average lap times, very consistent for Callum. And Bidzster in the 27s. So again, Bidzster losing touch here. But look how much Callum's saving his tyres there. Look how much Bidzster's used his tyres compared to Callum. So not good there from Bidzster, as he's got Neil Farmack closing him down as well. So and Neil Farmack's about to lap Stacker, who's just come out the pits. So they'll just go around Stacker there. Nicely done. Remember the GT cars get right of way. Meanwhile, let's go back to this Firepower Seat battle, as Firepower is still in front of the Porsche as they go up towards the complex. That's where the Porsche should be quite good, even though Seat 1 does go a bit wide there. Gets away with it. Firepower goes wide there, and he's not going to get away with it there, because Seat 1 will come straight alongside. He's on the outside, but he'll try and get a good run onto the straight. Anything to help that Porsche in a straight line. There he goes, out the corner, gets the power on. Draws alongside. But look at the power of the Aston Martin. It just pulls away from that Porsche, not leaving it a chance. Look at this gap. So both evenly matched, these cars, very evenly matched, but obviously the Aston Martin trumping the Porsche on the straight, and the Porsche trumping the Aston Martins in the corners. So, you know, vice versa as we go into the first corner. Seat 1 goes on the inside. Firepower gives him such a wide berth there, you know, giving the space of about 4 Aston Martins there into that corner. So Firepower let Seat go through almost. Didn't really defend that much. As we go down through Coca-Cola curve, round 160R. Whoa, Firepower really letting the car go loose there. And then into this next section. Ooh, sliding the car in so that the tyres not working as well as they did. Obviously Seat 1 on the medium tyres as well. Remember, Firepower on the softs. So that's one thing that's different as well. If you look behind, they've got Callum closing up in the LMP1 car. So he's closing up to this battle here. There's Techno for them, and then there's Bidzster. He's lapping traffic as well. So Callum coming up to lap these boys now. He's got to be careful because remember the GT boys get right of way. Oh, he can't get through. Because Firepower has a twitch out the corner. He's going to have to wait. So he's going to go around the outside here. Should be able to get around the outside before the next corner. No, he can't. And he's making Firepower have to sort of take a different line. That's not really very good there. Callum should have waited really, but got the move done as Firepower again. He's not been left. He's been left quite a compromised line there by the Audi. And then now Callum will get past Seat 1. And there's Bidzster. He's closing up to Tech now. And Neil Farmack in 3rd place in the Toyota. He's closing up to Techno as well. There's Task 1 in 4th. Jamo back in 5th, and TY was back down in 6th because he had started on the hards, and obviously they were not the tyres to go on. But clearly these ones are. Look at the fastest lap on the right hand side of the screen, 1:25.9 from TY. So clearly found some more pace now, which is good to see. There's Callum. Let's go back to the battle between Seat 1 and Firepower. There they are. They're still very close together. They've got cars coming up behind them as well. Bidzster was about to lap these boys. Firepower's tyres in that Aston Martin absolutely destroyed. But Bidzster goes round. Now he'll try and get past Seat 1 as well. He'll dive to the right. Go on the inside of Seat 1. Nicely done. Meanwhile, I have to commend Rodders for so far. Doing very well in this race. Yes, he's on the soft tyres, but he's doing very well here. There's Seat 1, there's Firepower, but look at Seat 1's fuel level as well. He's got a lot more fuel than them Aston Martins because the Porsche's a lot better on fuel than the others are. Here's Bidzster trying to get past Rodders. Oh, Rodders goes wide anyway, and Bidzster just takes advantage. So that was Rodders' own mistake. Bidzster takes advantage. As we go around here, Neil Farmack trying to get past these boys now. There he is, Neil Farmack in the Toyota, straight past them. Standing still. Task 1 now goes to overtake Techno. As Bidzster's into the pits. So Bidzster's into the pits from 2nd place. So definitely look at the tyres. The tyres are absolutely destroyed here. So he's coming to the pits. I wonder if he's just going to put a bit of fuel in, or maybe he might fill the tank. We'll have to see. So there goes Jamo. He goes through, and TY's teammate goes through as well. And Bidzster's come out with 3/4 of a tank almost, or just under 3/4 of a tank. So clearly wanting to lighten the car off and see what he can do. So different strategy here from Bidzster. So we'll have to see if this works compared to what everyone else will do, which will more than likely fill the tanks up. So we'll have to see here. So Callum's still motoring round. I would imagine Callum, knowing him from the last few races, might go to the half distance mark, if he can. Because obviously Bidzster's pitted before the pit window, remember. The pit window is in between lap 12 and 16. So he's pitted way before that. So we'll have to see what happens here. Task 1 now lapping traffic. He's lapping them, and then he's, oh, dive on the inside of Seat 1. He's not going to get the car stopped. That's going to compromise Seat 1's line. Oh, very ambitious stuff there by Task 1. Not what you want to do. And now he's going to down the inside again. Oh no, he's hit Seat 1. He's hit him. So he hit Seat 1 as he went past there. So Task 1 not good driving here. Let's see how he gets past Rodders. As Rodders has fallen back as well. He's trying to go right round the outside. That's not going to work. Stupid. Because look, Rodders had to go offline. The GTE cars get right of way task. Oh, wow. That's not good. But Neil Farmack's in the pit, so he's clearly seen what Bidzster's doing, and he's going to try and do the same thing. There's TY. Again, a fastest lap of the race. 25.8 the last lap around. They all go down the straight now. Let's have a look at Rodders. Here he is, and we've got everyone closed up. All the LMP1 cars have appeared at once to this little battle in GTE. So we've got Jambo trying to go around. Jambo gets blocked and Bidzster goes round. Jambo gets blocked behind Firepower and Bidzster goes round. Jambo's going to have to wait behind seat now. So again, this is Bidzster using the traffic to his advantage. Goes right around the outside of Rodders as well. And now Jambo is still stuck. But both cars each side of seat 1. Oh, wow. That was amazing. Both cars either side of seat 1 there. So seat 1 ends up being a Zonta in the middle of Hakkinen and Schumacher. So brilliant stuff there as Neil Farmer gets past Rodders into the next corner. So Rodders goes, obviously gets passed by the LMP1s. Seat 1 now closer to Rodders than he's ever been before. But yeah, so I would imagine Task 1 will get some sort of penalty for those overtakes on the GTEs because he wasn't very nice to them. As Neil Farmer now closing up on Jamo here. Remember Jamo not pitted yet. Neil has already. Fresh medium tyres and less fuel, so obviously he's going to try and take the car to the limit on the fuel if he can. Maybe up to like lap 16 or something. Meanwhile, Callum in the lead still. Look at those tyres. They're like Bidzster's tyres were about 4 laps ago. So he's done really well on the tyres here, Callum, and he's keeping a consistent pace. So hats off to the fella, doing well. Task 1 ahead of Bidzster. Task 1 ahead of Bidzster. So Bidzster going backwards here again on the soft tyres, but burning them up. So Bidzster going backwards here. Task 1 passes him into second place, but Bidzster's not giving up yet. Oh no, it's TY. Sorry, it's TY. I thought it was Bidzster, but it's not. It's TY. Beg your pardon. So TY then, he's catching up to Task. So it's actually TY that's catching up, and there's Bidzster. He's in 4th. As TY goes past Task 1 there. So apologies for that. Task 1 gets passed by TY into the chicane. We go. TY runs a bit wide there, but so does Task, so it's not too much to worry about. So TY pressing on here, trying to catch Callum if he can. There's Bidzster a bit further back. He's obviously, yeah, he's just fresh. He's a couple of laps fresh out the pits. On those tyres. There's TY. Oh, slide! Oh, what? Really pushing hard in that Audi there. So it's an Audi 1, 2, 3, 4 at the minute. As Task 1 goes to try and climb up Mount Fuji. So any wider than that, and he'll be climbing the mountain. Go down the straight. There's Bidzster following him in the draft. I wonder if Bidzster can do a move here. Don't think he's going to be close enough though. No, not close enough yet. Or might be. You never know. Towards the end of the straight, might go for a dive, but no. Going to stay behind. Can't quite do anything. We've got a marker in the middle of the road there. There's Neil Farmack ahead of Jamo. And meanwhile, seat 1 in the lead of GTE. So Rodders, yes. Rodders on fresh tyres. He has been into the pits here, Rodders. And Firepower behind him, his teammate. So they're running line of stern. They've both been in the pits, and now they're going to try and both pull each other along. So there's seat 1 ahead of this pack. So let's see what seat 1 has got up his sleeve here. Because obviously he's only a couple of laps off the pit window. So Rodders and Firepower could have mucked it up for themselves here, because they've pitted before the pit window, because it's in between 12 and 16, which is now open for the LMP1 cars, because they're starting lap 12 now, so they're onto their pit window. Here's Callum, he's captured both Aston Martins. He might get past them both in one fell swoop here. Yes, he does, with the overspeed, passes them both, breaks into the corner. So LMP1 pit window is open. GTE will be the next lap. TY comes through here, gets on the power. His teammate Bidzster behind him now, so Bidzster's got past Task 1. And he's trying to catch his teammate. Apologies for the sniffles, guys. I've just come down with a tiny bit of cold. It's just showing through my voice a bit, so I do apologise, but I'll keep going if I can. As we got Task 1 there, there's Neil Farmack and Jamo. So Seek 1 in the lead of GTE, followed by Techno. Remember, Rodders and Firepower pitted early, but again they're going to have to pit again because of the pit window, so it's not going to help them as Seek 1 and Techno obviously able to go to the pit window. So this could make things interesting when it comes to the pit stops here, guys. So watch this space. So Callum, he's got up to end of lap 16 to do his pit stop. Don't think it's going to be any time soon. He might try and go the half distance if he can. Same with TY. And Bidzster will probably try and do the same, even though he pitted earlier as well. There's task 1. Going through for 4th. Got Neil trying to find a few battles here, guys, if we can. The only battle on track really is the 2 Aston Martins at the minute, because they're all a bit more spread out. Stacker's got both T-Mark cars behind him. They've caught him up at once. TY goes around the outside for the next corner. Bidzster's going to have to wait here for Stacker to get through the corner. He'll get a cut back and then get the power on. There we go. He's not lost too much time to TY there. So Bidzster and TY then running line astern. TY pulling Bidzster along, but remember they've both got the same fuel, except Bidzster obviously he's a bit fresher on the old tyre department than TY is. Into the first corner. Nicely round through there, get the power on nice and gently, and then power on down the hill. Over the curbs. Again, trying to catch TY if he can, but TY doing a very nice consistent job here. As Bidzster catches him up slightly now, so Bidzster clearly trying to push a bit more now, because he knows the pit window's upon him, so pushing a bit more, trying to stick with his teammate. I do have to admit those cars do look pretty good, as does Callum and Task 1 as well. All the cars in this championship looking very, very good. Nice finish to them all. And nice to see different liveries up there. As we've got in the background, we've got Neil Farmack and Task 1. There. Oh, then Bidzster's just passed TY there. We just missed that. We went away from it. We'll get a replay. As we come back from that, Neil Farmack now in front of Task 1. So, oh, here we go. More pit stops happening. Techno's in. Look at the fuel. Right down to the bare minimum on the fuel. Lap 12 into the pits. Into the pits we go. Now, was that lap 11 on to 12, or was that actually the end of lap 12 on to 13? I think it was. Yes, it was. So that's fine. So that's all good. So this will count as his mandatory stop. TY is in. TY's in for his. Bidzster's gone round, so has Neil. So TY in for his mandatory pit stop then. And stops on the marks. Tyres go off, tyres go on. Wonder what he's going to go on to. Jamo's in as well. Jamo's using his mandatory pit stop now as well. So this is where the race goes a bit topsy-turvy for now, until we can figure things out later on. So Bidzster laps the Aston Martin of firepower. Glenn passes Rodders up the inside. Good move there from Bidzster, just nice and clean. Left Rodders plenty of room for his racing line. So Callum's still not pitted yet. He's got this lap and the next lap to do it, and he's pushing hard. Look at the fuel. Well, this must be an in lap for Cal, because he's absolutely gunning it here. The slide on that car, then you'd think he'd just hit the gymkhana button. But is he going to go round again, or is he going to pit this time? I think he's going round, you know. Yes, he is. Callum goes round again, so Callum must pit this next lap, otherwise he'll get DQ'd. As Bidzster has got to do the pit stop as well. So Bidzster will have to pit soon. Neil Farmack will do his mandatory once. Seat 1's in for his mandatory. So again, it's all happening here. So after lap 16 on to 17, guys, we'll get the actual order for you. So it's all going to be a bit topsy-turvy at the minute. Here comes Bidzster. Is he going to pit this lap, or is he going to go around? He's going to leave it to the last minute as well. So Bidzster's leaving it to the last minute, which it makes sense from what he did earlier when he pitted early. So, but look at this, the gap that Callum's got. That's at least 35 seconds, maybe 40 seconds on Bidzster here. So doing a really good job here. Neil Farmack goes through there. There's Task 1, TY, Jamo. Let's see if we can find the other cars coming out the pits. Seat 1 is only just coming out the pits now. Rodders and Firepower are ahead. But remember, they've got to do their mandatory pit stop. But they won't have to put as much fuel in. So that could be a factor in this race as well. So again, watch this space, guys. Anything could happen, but look, Seat 1's not far behind them at all, so even if they do come into the pits again, Seat 1 will have the lead. So, again, strategy paying dividends here. So Techno's gone backwards here. He's on the softs now. He's ditched the hards for the softs, and he must be loving the grip on them softs compared to what he was on. So let's see now. Callum onto the straight, and he must pit this lap, and he is coming in. Sees it the other side of the white line. Callum slows down for the box. Look at the fuel, perfectly judged on the fuel into the pits for his pit stop. Bidzster will have to follow him this lap, so Callum will keep his lead as Bidzster slides his way out that corner again, pushing hard, a bit like Callum did the previous lap. Bidzster out of this corner then. He must come in for his mandatory pit stop this time, and he is. He's moving across to the right. Bidzster into the pits then. Callum's still waiting for his fuel. Neil Farmack comes through. He's got to pit this lap as well. So Neil Farmack comes into the pits. Busy pit lane time. There's Task 1 again. He's going to come in for his mandatory one as well. So Task 1 comes in. Callum's already out. Callum's already out there. Slightly across the white line, but I think I'll let him get away with that because it was only a tiny little bit. As the camera goes really white there, and as Bidzster goes into the pits, getting his fuel. TY goes through because obviously he pitted earlier for his mandatory pit stop, so TY goes through here. This could be a game changer, and it is. He's into second place. There's Bidzster out the pits, so he's behind his teammate. But look at the fuel that Bidzster's put in. I'm not sure whether that's enough to get to the end, you know. But we'll have to see. You never know. There's Neil Farmack out the pits, Jamo out the pits as well, and Task 1 still in the pits. As Rodders comes through. Again, a few more laps left in the pit window for these boys as TY goes right round the outside of Rodders there. And Bidzster goes round Firepower, but Firepower goes off the track, so was the contact there? Replay needed. So as we come back from that replay then, the GTE boys are still not done yet because they've got to do another lap on their pit window. But I will give you the order for the LMP1. Callum is in the lead of the race by a good 20 seconds or so, so a good lead there for Callum. There's TY just coming into the complex section that Callum's just gone out of, so TY in second place then. Bidzster in third, he's not too far behind his teammate in third position. Neil Farmack in fourth in Toyota, a good showing here from him, about to lap Firepower. And then Jamo in fifth place. Let's have a look and see if Neil Farmack can get around Firepower with minimal incident. And he does. Firepower not really supposed to move over, but obviously just felt like he wanted to. And Neil Farmack goes through. Jamo in fifth, and then Task 1 in sixth place, last in LMP1 in Division 1. In Division 2, we've got still some pit stops to be done. So Rodders and Firepower will have to come into the pits this next lap. Or Firepower's in now actually, so Firepower doing it now. So mandatory pit stop done for Firepower, he's into the pits. So Seat 1 goes through. Rodders is there as well, so Rodders must pit this lap for his mandatory pit stop. There's Techno. Obviously he made his a few laps earlier. He did his at the start of the pit window. So he's gone long here. There's Task 1 again, almost hits a GTE car. Really needs to be careful with lapping the other cars. GTE get right of way. There he is, he gets through before the corner this time. But yeah, Task 1 needs to revise his strategy for passing other cars. As Firepower comes out the pits, so he's done his mandatory pit stop. He's down in 10th place here as he goes off at the first corner out the pits. Over ambitious, and here's Stacker for his mandatory pit stop. He's in the pits as well. So all have taken their mandatory pit stop apart from Rodders. Rodders has got to take his mandatory pit stop this time. Out of that corner we go. Let's have a look in the LMP1 to TY. Again, not really good. You're not going to catch Callum because Callum's just done a 1:25.7. Let's see. TY's on a good lap here though. So we'll see what he does. Will he beat a 25.7? No, 25.9. So close but no cigar. Bidzster through in third place. He's in the 26th, so clearly not enough pace for Bidzster here. Neil Farmack in fourth. Let's look at Rodders then, because Rodders is going to be the one that comes into the pits this time. Yes, he's moving over to the right. Mandatory pit stop time. Fill that tank up, get some fresh rubber on and push like hell to the end of the race. But there's Seat 1. Seat 1's coming through past the pit lane now, so Rodders is in. And Seat 1 takes the lead in GTE. It's the lead taken for Seat 1. And Techno is going to come through in second place as well. So despite doing the hard tyres at the start and ruining his race, he's actually got second because the two Durex cars have had to pit twice. Now where will Rodders come out in retrospective to his teammate? Still in the pits. Firepower's coming past the pit lane entrance now. This is going to be close between the two teammates if Rodders doesn't hurry up with the fuel. Firepower's coming over the start-finish line. Rodders is out the pits. Rodders is going to be ahead. He's coming ahead into towards the first corner. Brake, brake, brake. Here comes Firepower. Brake, brake, brake. And Rodders is in he's in third place. He's the leading Durex Aston Martin. There's Firepower. But Rodders has put a lot of fuel in compared to Firepower here, so we'll have to see if Firepower's lighter car will help him towards the end. But he's on mediums as well, Firepower. Obviously didn't want the softs again, he's gone for the medium tyres, so all cheers there. So the actual order throughout. Let's give you the whole overall order then. Callum in the lead by a country mile. He's about to lack firepower as it is there. They've got TY second place, drifting it into the first corner with Bidzster closing up behind. So Bidzster on the move here. But again, will they have the fuel to get to the end of the race? They should have, but we'll have to see. As Bidzster, straight over the curb there. Got a little penalty from that because the car ghosted there. Bidzster's gone through. Did I get the cars mixed up again, or was that change positions? I don't know, but we'll continue from there. Neil Farmack in fourth. TAS1 has just passed Jamo for fifth place. That was a move that was just made there, so we'll get a replay on that. Okay, here's a replay of how TAS1 passed Jamo on lap 20. So you see, TAS1 just gets a good overspeed in the Audi with the draft on the inside. Jamo gives him plenty of space, and then he goes right through the inside, and Jamo gives him room, and he's through into fifth place. As we come back from that, Seek 1 in seventh place overall, first in GTE. So GTE leader Seek 1, second in GTE is Techno, third in GTE is Rodders in the Aston Martin, fifth is first, second, third, fourth is Firepower. There we are, getting the marbles right. Fourth in class is Firepower, and fifth in class is Stacker. Again, really struggling with this car, just trying to get to the end of the race. Not having a good championship this one, Stacker, so clearly not getting on with the cars. So hopefully better luck next time for Stacker. As Bidzster and TY still very close to each other here. So Bidzster in front of TY. Both roughly with the same amount of fuel as well, but TY saved a bit more fuel than Bidzster. I'm just flicking through the cameras, guys, because I was looking at the fuel. Yes, they've just switched a bit. As we go around that long radius 160R down towards the little corner at the end, it widens out. Bidzster drifting the car in. Obviously a reminder that Bidzster is driving with one hand this time. Obviously he's on a wheel, two-hand controller, but Bidzster on the wheel driving with one hand because he sort of has hurt his hand, so not doing too bad for one hand here, but we'll see how he goes towards the end, as TY is still right behind him, so still, you know, I don't think there'll be any team orders as such really, because it's still quite an early stage in the season. We're almost at the halfway stage, but again, Bidzster has got a bit more of a lead in the championship than TY has, so we'll have to see what happens here between the two teammates. As there's Neil Farmack and there's TAS1 and Jamo. They're still having quite a decent battle here. Again, TAS1 can't get rid of Jamo, but likewise Jamo can't get past TAS1. So both battling there. There's Seat 1, Techno, Rodders and Firepower. There's Rodders. There's Firepower going down towards the first corner. There's Stacker getting lapped there. Oh, down in 11th place, sorry. So back to Bidzster and TY then, the two teammates. Out of the first corner, Bidzster pulling away slightly, but again, using more fuel. Is he going to be able to get to the end of the race on the fuel he's got? He's got to think about that as well. As we go around this corner here. Nicely done. Oh, wide for Bidzster there, pushing hard. Could be the factor of the one hand, but we'll see. Neil Farmack on his own in the Toyota, so a nice controlled race here from Neil Farmack in fourth place. TAS1 still ahead of Jamo. Jamo still can't quite get close enough to make a move on TAS1 here. Again, Jamo is on the softer compound tyre, so he might be able to close in a little bit at first, but then obviously TAS1 will have better tyres towards the end, and on fuel, Jamo's got a lot less fuel than TAS1, so TAS1 has definitely overfilled on the fuel here, so he'll be a lot heavier. So heavy tyres, harder compounds, softer tyres, less fuel, so lighter car. So we'll have to see as Jamo closes right up now on TAS1. Will he ever go into the chicane? No, doesn't go into it for there. As we go out the corner here, this is where the four-wheel drive of the Porsche will really help with traction out the corner compared to the rear-wheel drive Audi. But having said that, TAS1 gets a good run out of that corner. So TAS1 showing he's no slouch in this Audi. There he goes. So TAS1 and Callum running the Infineon colours from the early 2000s. So the Infineon Audi colours, obviously TAS1 in the red one. And Callum in the yellow, as you can see there. The Bidzster and T1 are in the art colours, the BMW art colours from back in the again the sort of 2010, 2011 year. Decided to do their own take on it. On an Audi. As we go around that corner, so TY nicely around there. Bidzster again, going towards the end. Trying to do what he can as Neil Farmack there in 4th place. Task 1 in 5th, with Jamo still behind him, but still can't quite get a move done here, Jamo. Obviously, the Audi very good in a straight line, so obviously the Porsche won't have any top end speed on him. So if Jamo's going to get past him, it's going to have to be around here somewhere, because from this stage of the lap on, it's more or less corners, which is what suits the Porsche. But we'll have to see as the race develops what's going to happen between these two. Meanwhile, there's Bidzster and TY onto the front straight. Still Bidzster with a bit less fuel, so we've got to be careful to get to the end of the race. He might even have to do a splash and dash if he keeps this up. So he's not saving fuel very well. There's Neil Farmack. Let's go back to the Jamo Task 1 battle. Again, not really much in it. One mistake from Task 1 and Jamo will be right up there like a duck to water. Going towards the last corner. And they're going to go wide and go back into the line as Task 1 goes wide there. Jamo gets a little bit of a better run, but still goes a bit deep himself. And in the draft now, let's see if look at Jamo closing up in the draft here. The extra four-wheel drive of the Porsche, and now Jamo doesn't decide to go for it. He's going to stay behind him, try and save a bit more fuel. So sensible stuff there from Jamo. There's less fuel in that car to try and save a bit more if you can. But look how much hybrid that the Porsche accumulates when he brakes. Look at that. Task 1's almost used all his battery now. Jamo's still going, so the Porsche holding its battery charge a lot better than the Audi. Let's go out of here. Bidzster behind seat 1 now, so again, struggling with traffic. As we go around this corner here. No, I think seat 1's got a bit wide there, so Bidzster's going to go around the outside here, and now TY's got to wait behind. Can't go around the outside there. Bidzster gets a good run onto the straight, so TY's lost a bit of time there behind seat 1. But Bidzster's not got much fuel left. He's going for the pits. Bidzster's going for the pits, but TY he's not going to follow him. TY goes round, so Bidzster's going to have to come in for a splash and dash here. So this has ruined his race. Neil Farmack could even come through here and pass him, so we'll have to see what happens here. But Bidzster definitely into the pits. Here we go. Let's have a look and see what's going to happen here. He's going to put fresh tyres on anyway, might as well while he's in here. Techno's in as well, so he's used up his fuel. Here we go, fuel going in for Bidzster. There we are, that'll do, that's enough. Get to the end of the race, go, go, go! Neil Farmack has gone through. Bidzster's lost a place here, but again, he'll be able to absolutely floor it now towards the end of the race. Push hard, see what he can do. There's TY second place. He's gone into ultra fuel save mode. Look at the speed. So he's saving a lot of fuel here to try and get to the end. Callum will more or less be doing the same, but he's got a bit more in the tank than TY has, and he's further ahead. There goes Neil Farmack. There's Bidzster flooring it now. Bidzster coming through in 4th. There's Task 1 5th, Jamo 6th. So still no change between them two, but still quite close on track, which you do have to say is quite good for both the battle and the entertainment. So Task 1 still ahead of Jamo with no way to budge, as Bidzster now on it like Wallace and Gromit, trying to catch Neil Farmack as TY goes across the line. Is he going to go into the pits for a splash and dash, TY? Or is he going to go... TY's going very slow. He must be just in ultra fuel save mode. He's going to lose a lot of time doing this though, so we'll have to see what's happening here, unless he's slowing down for Bidzster, but I don't think he will be, but we'll have to see. So Task 1 goes through to the last corner there, a little bit of lag, but gets away with it. As Jamo onto the straight, he'll be able to use more hybrid power onto the straight. Here he goes, catches up to Task 1. Now he's going to go for the move, is he, or he's going to back off and go behind in the slipstream again? Because that Audi's got some good straight line speed, and he's not going to do it, I don't think, unless he turns the wick up on the engine. But no, he doesn't. He's got to stay behind again, because he's got the initial grunt out the corner with the hybrid, but he's not got the overall top end speed compared to the Audi of Task 1. Let's look further ahead. Neil Farmack and Neil Farmack has been caught here by Bidzster. There's Seat 1 as he goes up the inside. Whoa! Just about leaves Seat 1 enough room and dives up the inside. He's in a rush, Bidzster. He wants to get back past Neil Farmack. He knows he's mucked up on the strategy, so he needs to do something about it, and he's trying all he can to try and catch him up. So Neil Farmack, watch out, Sunshine. You've got an angry Bidzster behind you, and you've not got much fuel left and all, so you've not really got much to battle with here. You've got fresh enough tyres with the mediums, but the fuel does not look good for Neil Farmack here. You can see the gauge at the bottom left corner next to the tyres. Not looking good for fuel as Bidzster comes around that corner then, catching up to Neil. I think this is only just a matter of time. We'll have to see, because Bidzster will be able to run absolute mix 1, shred that fuel and shred those tyres. Neil Farmack doing about 150. Bidzster already doing 150. The draft then, 2 laps to go. Neil might be able to just turn the whip up enough to defend enough, but we'll have to see. As TY there going through Coca-Cola curve towards 160R. Again, really saving the fuel now. As Bidzster tries to catch up to Neil. He's not trying, he's catching up. Oh, he's right behind him now, trying the inside line over the grass. Neil says, no you don't, Sunshine, have that. No you don't. Oh, Bidzster goes to the inside though and just goes straight through. Have that. Stitched him up the inside. Clean move by Bidzster, and now he's going to try and catch his teammate TY. Meanwhile in the GTE, we've got Rodders making another pit stop, and so's Firepower. So again, the Aston Martin drinking a lot more fuel than the Porsche, but again they're on the last lap because Callum is on his last lap now anyway. So Callum on the last lap of his race. There's TY going through, there's Bidzster, so it looks like TY's going to be second, Bidzster's going to be third. Trying to catch and pass Stacker here, this could give Neil an opportunity to close up, but again, oh! Stacker goes off, must have made his own mistake there. Yeah, Bidzster's not waiting, so Stacker definitely made his own mistake there. And went off. So Bidzster pushing now, TY still in ultra fuel set, he's using half power. He doesn't really need to save fuels on the last lap, so unless he's waiting for Bidzster to give him an extra few points, but I don't know if he is going to or not. We'll have to see. As Callum comes through the last complex for the last time, let's keep an eye on what's going to happen here. I'm very curious about this. There's Jamo, Task 1 Seek, Techno, Rodders, they're on the last lap, so Seek 1's going to do another lap, so Seek 1's definitely won the GTE class. As Techno comes upon his last lap as well. But meanwhile, here's Callum out of the last corner. Ultimate dominant performance of this race. Hats off to Callum. He deserves this win. Lights the flag. And comes across the line to win. Well done, Callum. He wins the race. Well done. Wins race 1 here at Fuji. And then if the next guys across the line are actually going to be the GTE boys. So it's going to be second place for Techno in GTE. Rodders will be third, Firepower will be fourth, and Stacker will be fifth. But Seat 1 is your winner in GTE. But let's go back to this. There's Bidzster pushing hard. There's TY. TY's really slowing up here. He's not going for it much. So I wonder if the positions are going to swap. I don't know. We'll have to see. Neil Farmack there in fourth. Jamo goes wide in fifth. He's past Task 1. He's past Task 1, we all know that, but TY onto the straight. TY's slowing. He's got half throttle on. He's letting Bidzster go. TY's letting Bidzster go, so clearly TY wanting to help Bidzster out in the championship. So Bidzster takes second place, TY third, Neil Farmack fourth. So good teamwork there from the Team Art cars. So clearly Bidzster is the chosen one in that team now, just higher up in the championship. So Jammer will get 5th place in class. Task 1 will finish in 6th in class. And let's see who else has not finished yet. Stacker's going to come home in 11th. Last in his class, unfortunately. But Seat 1 is going to come across the line here to win the GTE class. Well done to Seat 1. He wins the GTE class. So what we'll do, guys, is we'll get you those results confirmed for you now. Okay, guys, here's the results from that then. So Callum takes a absolutely massive win there. Well done to Callum. Bidzster finishes second from TY. A bit of team orders there, but still good for the team. Bidzster second, TY third. Neil Farmack finishes in fourth. Jamo comes across the line in fifth. TAS1 in sixth. Then Seat 1 wins the GTE Division 2. So well done to Seat 1, he wins Division 2. Techno in second in that one. Then Rodders third. Firepower fourth. Stacker in fifth. Then it's Callum with the fastest lap, a 1:25.7. So as we come back from that then, there's Seat 1 just taking the checkered flag there. He's your winner in GTE. And then your winner overall in Division 1 in LPB 1, there is Callum. Well done to Callum in the Audi. And we'll see you guys for race 2. Take care, guys.